This is a critical message about the Jewish people in the land of Israel. Any Jew who has an understanding and appreciation of Jewish history would support Israel 100% in its eternal and daily battle to exist and be considered a legitimate state, rightfully sovereign in the ancestral homeland of the Jewish people. Obviously, people can disagree with policies of any Israeli government. That's not a problem. But too many Jews withhold support from Israel, with some even actively anti-Israel, just because they disagree with certain Israeli government policies. Now, support for Israel is not about helping Israel, believe it or not. Israel can and will survive without the support of any Jew. Support for Israel is about the proud Jewish identity of a Jew. When a Jew withholds support from Israel, he or she is showing a fundamental misunderstanding of their own Jewish identity. You see, Jewish identity is one and the same with the land of Israel, with Jerusalem, with the temple, and the whole people of Israel. We are one unit. I don't care how religious or non-religious a Jew is. If they are actively anti-Israel or working against the efforts of Israel to ensure that the Jewish state of Israel remains strong with sovereignty in areas of Judea and Samaria, in Jerusalem, over the Temple Mount, then they are missing out on what it means to be a Jew. No, it's not about these places and the land. No, it never was. Understand it much deeper than that. The land and these places are us, and we are the land and these places. We're one and the same. Any Jew who does not support Israel 100% shows that he or she has no understanding or appreciation of Jewish history, and that they are cutting themselves off from being part of the Jewish people in the future as well. Now, disagree with policies. No problem. However, all Jews, right-wing or left-wing, must support Israel in the face of the existential challenges we have, regardless of supporting a specific government or any of its policies. Not for Israel's sake, because again, we can survive regardless of one's support. But they should be supporting Israel for their own sake, so that they, their children, and their offspring may remain part of the Jewish people. Being actively anti-Israel means ignoring the miracle of the Jewish people and the miracle of the state of Israel. And the second you withhold support, you are showing that total misunderstanding of the miracles taking place right before our eyes, and passing on the message to your offspring, to your family, to your friends, that you don't want a connection with the miracle of the Jewish people, that you don't want a connection with the miracle of the state of Israel. You could be a good person without having to be a Jew. What makes the Jews unique as a people is our homeland, where we're supposed to be, is Jerusalem, our capital, is the Temple Mount, is being a good person in our homeland. And we have to be strong and secure in order to ensure we fulfill our purpose as a people to do good and help humanity. So, pass this message on to everyone you think needs to hear it. Yes, to be a good Jew, you should be connected and be supportive of the Jewish state of Israel.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.